Hey everyone, it's Kelly, the Frugal Fun Mum here in Adelaide, Australia. Welcome to the channel and to today's video where no doubt you can see by the title what I decided I would call it. But it started with the idea because someone said to me, so what do you actually spend a week on groceries for your family of four? And I thought, question. I ask this all the time in Facebook groups just to get a bit of a rough idea. Ask people how many people are in their family, whether they have pets or young people, if they include cleaning, nappies, etc, etc, etc. So we always get a wide range of answers. So I thought, I am curious to know what we would actually spend in a week if we focused purely on meals and the most basic ingredients ever. You guys know that I like to do markdown shopping and I'm not afraid of chasing a bargain, so I thought that it would really put me to the test to see if I could feed my family of four for $100 or less. I'm gonna run through what I bought, what all the costings were, what the meal plan ideas are, and then where we ended up. Let's go. So here is a quick overview of all of the things that I did purchase, and I'll run through the prices and things with you. Some of the things I already had in the cupboard, like the tuna and the pineapple, so I've just added the price in, but I've just put them here on display. So the first thing, we have these carrots here, and we've got a pumpkin. I've got a zucchini there. I've got, I think these were Johnny Smith apples or Red Delicious. Then I've got these Granny Smith apples. Got some sweet potato. Got a massive bag of potatoes for $3. That will help huge. I got this lettuce. I've already attacked it for lunch. Got this celery. And I've got this cauliflower as well. These were all from the fruit and veg store, so they help. Chicken nuggets and some large chicken dim sims. I've got 2 packets of eggs here because they were on clearance for $1.50. They were in my fridge, so I pulled them out, but at my local they're only about $1.89 on clearance, so I've just added them in here. I've got 2 packs of jelly, and I got this milk marked down. I've got a chicken sauce here for one of our meals, a big bag of rice, the tuna that's here, and we've got 2 small cans of mushrooms because they were cheaper than 1 big can, and a can of pineapple. I've got 2 lots of thickened cream because they were on clearance, and then the same with the sour cream. 2 different prices, but I just grabbed both of them because we will use them. That was from Woolworths. I've got just the multigrain and the white bread to start with. I've got some spiral pasta. I just pulled this block of cheese out. We would only use about half a kilo a week, so that's what I've just grabbed. I've got the bacon here because it was on clearance. I've got breast fillets, chicken. I've got my daughter's chicken loaf for her sandwiches and things. I've got the chicken rissoles. I've got potato wedges. I've got a bowl of roast. I've got the wraps for my son's lunches, some strawberries and some grapes, and also some raspberries and some bananas, and all of these were on clearance at the fruit and veg store. I've got some frozen corn kernels, and then I've got some ham here because it was on clearance. In it worked out cheaper than what we normally buy. I've got some pies here because they were also on clearance for 50 cents each. So I've grabbed the 4 of those. And lastly, I've got some watermelon here. And some pizza bases. I buy these because they're marked down. And also convenience is worth it to me than making everything myself. So there is everything that I purchased today. Let's check out the meal plan. So here is our overall meal plan for the week. The first thing I want to say is it was the second week of school holidays, so I eliminated a lot of the markdown snacks that we have had and just kept to the most basic, just to try and inspire and show some people what is possible. So I'm hoping that this helps you. So there was no cheeky chocolate this week. We ate pretty healthy. We survived. But yeah, so I broke everything down. So Every morning I allocated everyone to have toast for breakfast. So M is multigrain, W is white toast. So this is how nitty gritty I got. And then on Saturday, there's scrambled eggs and bacon and some toast for those who wanted it. And on Sunday, there were pancakes. For recess or morning tea, there was a whole variety of fruit, which I chopped and changed. And then for lunch, so again, this is where it gets nitty-gritty. So everyone has, my husband and I have sandwiches for lunch every day. The children have a wraps. So it's a sandwich with ham and multigrain bread. And my children have wraps. My daughter has chicken loaf, my son has ham. So we pretty much have that every day for lunch. So that's how that pans out. Afternoon tea, I've just put here as a variety. We've had a mixture of fruit, some celery with peanut butter from the cupboard, chopped up cheese if we've had any, or grated shredded cheese, and the jelly cup. So that was able to have everyone as an allowance. And then of course we had leftover pancakes, so we've just had that with some extra jam and cream that was in the cupboard. Here are our dinners, and this is how it worked out. So on Monday night, the three of us ate stew, but my son had chicken nuggets and wedges. On Tuesday night, everyone had chicken and rice. The next night, we've had, my husband and I, the pie each and the veg, and the children have had dim sims and pasta. Everyone's had pizza. Then here we've had the chicken rissoles and the veg. My son's had chicken nuggets and wedges again. And then everyone's had the fish patties. And then Sunday night, the three of us had a roast, and my son's had chicken nuggets and wedges, as well as other veggies and anything else. So I was working out what the white bread was, the multigrain, etc., all the wraps. So I worked it out literally to the last piece of bread, but I really wanted to break it all down to be honest and be accountable to see what we would actually spend and then eat. So here is a list overall, and I'll take you in closer in a second. I'm sorry if the camera's a bit shaky. My overhead isn't working too well. So my total that I actually spent was $104.50. If I didn't find any markdowns or any specials, it would have cost me $164.62. And I do have some things still left over, but this is what the base price is for everything. So the apples from the fruit and veg shop, as you can see, that I always buy them there, so I kept the price of what it is. The bacon we got as a clearance item, same with the bananas. Beef roast is $10.85, it's normally $14.99. The beef pies were 50 cents each, normally they're $5.50 each, so that's why I've put them into the menu plan. I can get them on sale for about $2.50 otherwise, best ever price, but it's few and far between sales, so I've added them as a clearance. The multigrain and the white bread loaves, chicken nuggets standard price, cheese standard price. The celery was on special at my fruit and veg shop for $3 compared to $4.50. Cauliflower was on special at my fruit and veg shop for $3.50 compared with Coles $7 that week. Chicken breasts are $7.99, they're normally $10 in Coles. Chicken rissoles from the butcher, $4. The chicken loaf for my daughter's sandwiches, the jar of chicken sauce, frozen corn, and the carrots, the cream marked down. I've just put one in here for now because that's what we used. Dim sims that we bought, the eggs, just the one carton that I've used, grapes, ham, 2 packs of jelly. We've got some lettuce here. We've got all the milk that was marked down, the pineapple, the pasta, the potatoes, pizza bases, pumpkin, raspberries, packet of rice, sweet potatoes, sour cream, again just included one even though I had 2, strawberries, tuna, wedges, watermelon, wraps, and the zucchini. A few things you can see in the video, they are from Coles. because I already had them in the cupboard, so I just pulled them out to add to it. But if I had to go and purchase them, like the tuna and the wedges, I'd go to Aldi because they are a little bit cheaper. But most of the other stuff I found was cheaper at independent stores or at a markdown. So again, I spent $104.50. Now, of course, I needed to buy an extra loaf of white bread, an extra loaf of multigrain bread, and an extra packet of wraps. I get the bread usually when it's marked down, so in total it actually would have cost $108.50. But based on what I'd spent in one day to pick everything up, I had only spent $104. I had bought all these extra things that we didn't use, so I'll be able to hold them over for next week. So there's 2 beef pies, there's a tub of cream left, I still have 17 eggs, I still have a can of mushrooms and the sour cream, so I'll be able to put that costings into next week. I also didn't count the flour, the butter, or the sugar because I already had these as a pantry item, but I'm just showing you the costing if I needed to add them into my total. So Saturday morning, we're starting with our bacon and eggs for breakfast. I just record pretty much everything, so it gives myself a visual reminder of what we've had, because when I do food challenges, I do try and separate everything in the fridge and say, don't touch this, but things don't always go to plan. So I'm using 6 eggs that's here, a little bit of the milk, and I cooked all of the bacon because I wasn't really sure when else we were going to have it, and it gave everyone a good filling brunch. So we've got bacon and eggs here with a piece of toast, and my daughter's just had toast with some raspberries because she's not a fan of bacon and eggs. Here's one of our dinners that we had, the chicken rissoles with the potato bake. I weighed the potatoes, it was about 500 grams, probably way more than what I needed, but at least that meant there was leftovers that people could snack on. My son's having chicken nuggets and wedges for dinner because he's not a fan of what we're having. But I again measured and everything out because I'm curious to know exactly how much each thing weighs and what we would use. And then I've just got the chicken patties that were here. There was 10 in a pack, so I'm just cooking 4 for tonight. 1 each would have done plenty with all the side veggies, so I'll know for next time. I'll probably get some more because they were really yum as well. I'm just prepping up some of the other fruit and veg so it's there ready in the fridge to be able to serve up when I need, and also people can just snack on it throughout the week as well when they feel like it. Next morning, we're having pancakes. I did measure out that I used 3 cups of flour because, again, I'm curious to know exactly how much we would use and how many pancakes it would make. But of course, when it comes to pancakes, there's no limits. Everyone loves pancakes. I chopped up the fruit and of course allocated it into portions so that everyone had exactly the same amount, and this also helped measure out so we could know what we were having. So just got some pancakes here, and you can see on the chopping board there, everyone has their own little section. Take your fruit, take your cream, and enjoy. Of course, we had leftovers because I made sure I cooked some super small so we could have some little pikelets to snack on during the day, and people could either add jam or cream or any other spreads that were in the cupboard. Most mornings was breakfast. My husband just likes butter. I like Vegemite, good old Aussie Vegemite. And I have no idea why I showed you that, but yeah, just to, I guess, remind ourselves that that's what we eat for breakfast. All right, here is one of the meals that we had: chicken with rice. This is a honey mustard chicken, so nothing really exciting to show you here, but just wanted to add it in. And then here is the roast that we have. So it's a massive piece here. It is $10.85 and I'm able to cut it into 3 different meals. So the first meal weighs just over 482. That will be our piece to roast. And then we have some diced meat here that will go in to be a stew that we'll have this week. And then the other lot that we have there, that will go to be another stew, but I will throw that in the freezer and then that will be a meal for next week. So I'm just getting the pumpkin ready. I'm chopping everything up and prepping it, and then nothing's going to go off in the fridge. We pretty much have zero food waste in this house because I do prep and plan and organize all of our food. So I'm chopping everything up. I'm going to freeze some of it for that second stew next week, and then getting these pieces of pumpkin ready to roast. Of course, I measured out the potatoes because I was curious to know how much we would be using, but also, who doesn't love roast potatoes? You can't skimp on roast potatoes. I did play around with some of the sizing there, as you can see, and did opt for a few smaller pieces. So here it is, all cooking up and finished. Yum! Yum! It was delicious. So we have here the 3 plates. And then my son's just had chicken nuggets and wedges and veggies. Next up, we've got the stew that I made. So here's the after. I didn't film any of the prep. And then we've got the chicken dim sims and the 2 pies that we have. So here's my son's plate, the dim sims with the pasta and the veggies. My daughter's plate with dim sims, mashed potatoes and veg. My husband's plate, excuse me, I've got the hiccups, and then my plate that's here. Here are the fish patties. I didn't record making them because my husband makes them and he didn't want to be on camera. So here is everything that we have left over for a visual for myself. So I've got 2 dim sims left. I've got spiral pasta. I had a quarter of a pack in the cupboard, so I've cooked and used that, but I will remember to replace it when I open this finally. I've got some leftover cooked chicken. I've got some sour cream here. I've got some thickened cream. I've got 2 of the pies. I've got 17 eggs, so I've got 5 eggs in one and then 12 in the other, so they can go next time. I've got mushrooms that are here and just over half a bag of rice. So this will be ready for next week's menu plan. I know that maybe all the meals and snacks and foods are maybe not to your liking. I'm just sharing what we do, so I'd appreciate any positive feedback that you have. Let me know if you do similar. You can leave me a comment down below. I've really enjoyed sharing this video with you today, so if you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. We would love to have you as part of our Frugal Fun family. Why not share this with a friend for some meal planning inspirations? And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!